Hey Bears fans, we're back with an exclusive video and the latest updates on our beloved Chicago Bears. Before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. That way, you'll always stay up to date with breaking news and exclusive content. The news that has been quietly building over the last few weeks finally broke with a clarity that left fans of the Chicago Bears in both awe and disbelief, as the franchise confirmed the arrival of TJ Watt, a player whose name has been whispered in locker rooms, sports bars, and social media threads for what feels like an eternity. The atmosphere surrounding this signing is nothing short of electric, as Watt is not just a player, but a phenomenon. Someone whose presence on the field transforms defensive schemes and forces opposing quarterbacks to rethink every snap. Behind closed doors, team executives have been orchestrating a strategy that seemed almost too meticulous to be real, but the pieces fell into place at the perfect time, a testament to both Watt's career vision and the Bears' renewed ambition. Social media erupted with speculation before the official confirmation, fueled by insiders who dropped hints and rumors that fans pieced together like a jigsaw puzzle, creating an undercurrent of anticipation that only amplified the excitement when the deal was finalized. The city of Chicago, a place where football is woven into the very fabric of its identity, now has a defensive titan to rally behind, someone who can inspire young athletes and energize a fan base that has endured highs and lows, heartbreaks, and thrilling victories over decades of sporting history. While the headlines screamed with bold declarations, there was a quieter narrative forming in the background, a story about how TJ Watt's presence could shift the dynamics of the NFC North and redefine the Bears' identity for seasons to come. Analysts have already begun dissecting every aspect of his arrival, from the potential impact on the defensive line to the morale boost that can only come when a player of his caliber joins a team with such a storied yet turbulent history. Behind the scenes, coaches have been recalibrating playbooks, imagining scenarios in which Watt's agility and instinctive playmaking can turn seemingly lost games into moments of dominance. And every drill, every practice session will now carry the weight of expectation that accompanies someone who has been labeled one of the most formidable defensive talents in the league. Fans, of course, are caught between hope and skepticism because Chicago has seen many dreams arrive only to fade. Yet Watt's arrival feels different, almost cinematic, a story that is unfolding in real time with layers of intrigue, ambition, and raw athletic prowess that can be sensed even off the field. The conversation extends beyond the team itself, as rival franchises now must account for a new force that could disrupt their offensive strategies, and the ripple effect of one player's decision has suddenly elevated discussions about league power dynamics, potential playoff battles, and the narrative of redemption and resurgence that the Bears have been quietly cultivating behind the scenes. Even before the confirmation, whispers circulated among the media that Watt had been selective, weighing not just contract terms but the culture, vision, and trajectory of the team he would join, signaling a level of professional scrutiny that fans might not fully grasp. His reputation as a leader, someone who inspires teammates by example rather than words alone, adds a dimension that transcends raw statistics or highlight reels. In locker rooms, leadership is currency, and Watt's investment in preparation, discipline, and game intelligence will likely set a tone for younger players, encouraging them to elevate their performance and embrace challenges with newfound intensity. Scouts and former players have commented on the ripple effect a player like Watt can generate, noting that his mere presence can alter the approach of every practice, every defensive call, and even the psyche of opponents who now have to account for someone who is equally skilled at reading plays, disrupting momentum, and commanding attention at the line of scrimmage. Social media chatter is electric, with fans dissecting every interview, every post, and every subtle hint about how Watt might fit into the team's culture, fueling rumors about specific formations, blitz packages, and defensive strategies that could dominate the coming season. The excitement has become contagious, spilling over into merchandise sales, ticket inquiries, and a general sense of optimism that has long been dormant in Chicago, a city that thrives on football drama and now finds itself at the center of a story that could define an era. Rumors about Watt's arrival had been circulating for months, each leak carefully analyzed, with insiders claiming they had information that never quite materialized until now, creating a mix of hope and frustration that is characteristic of high-profile sports acquisitions. The narrative has been rich with tension, debates, and speculative scenarios, with every sports talk show, podcast, and online forum contributing theories, predictions, and personal takes on how Watt's addition could shift the team's trajectory. The meticulous negotiation process revealed the interplay between player priorities and franchise strategy, hinting at behind-the-scenes meetings, phone calls, and careful evaluations that demonstrated the seriousness with which both parties approached the decision. Analysts have noted that Watt's arrival signals a broader commitment from the Bears to invest in defense, leadership, and a style of play that embraces intensity and adaptability, qualities that are essential in a league where one decisive play can alter the course of an entire season. Fans have reacted with a blend of relief and exhilaration, eager to see how Watt's presence can turn close games into victories, foster unity among the roster, and inject energy into a team that has long been searching for defining moments to rekindle a sense of identity and pride. This confirmation is more than just a transaction. It is a statement, a message that the Bears are serious about challenging expectations, shaking up narratives, and positioning themselves as contenders in a fiercely competitive division. The strategic implications of this acquisition extend beyond the obvious defensive improvements, as Watt's arrival could influence recruitment, player development, and even the tactical philosophy of the coaching staff. The team's leadership is now tasked with integrating a player whose caliber commands attention, ensuring that his skills are maximized while maintaining balance within the roster and cultivating a cohesive locker room environment. The media has already begun crafting storylines around Watt's potential impact, highlighting the intersection of personal excellence and team synergy, and a narrative thread suggests that Chicago's football story may be entering a new chapter defined by intensity, resilience, and calculated ambition. Fan forums have become hubs of speculation and rumor, with discussions ranging from projected sack counts to leadership qualities, creating an atmosphere reminiscent of championship anticipation, even before a single game has been played. Speculation about Watt's motivation has been rampant, with insiders suggesting that the move was influenced by a combination of personal ambition, the allure of Chicago's football culture, and the challenge of stepping into a team hungry for identity and success. Observers have noted that Watt's decision-making process likely included evaluating the team's potential, its coaching philosophy, and the opportunity to be a defining voice in a locker room in need of leadership, pointing to a calculated approach that prioritizes impact and legacy over short-term gain. This aligns with his reputation as a player who not only excels individually, but elevates those around him, a quality that has become increasingly rare and invaluable in a league dominated by fleeting narratives and transactional relationships. Rumors about specific contract terms, potential endorsements, and off-field commitments have circulated, but the dominant storyline remains Watt's football influence and how his presence could shift the very DNA of the Bears' defense, inspiring both teammates and a fan base that has long yearned for a figure capable of embodying resilience, skill, and competitive ferocity. As these discussions continue, analysts and commentators debate the ripple effects across the division, predicting strategic adjustments, defensive innovations, and a heightened sense of urgency that could transform the narrative of the NFC North in ways that are both thrilling and unpredictable, reinforcing the idea that the Bears may have just taken a decisive step toward reclaiming relevance and asserting dominance in the years to come. Behind the excitement and rumors, there lies a strategic calculus that underscores the significance of Watt's signing. This is not merely an addition of talent. It is a calculated move to alter dynamics, inspire belief, and create a foundation for sustained competitiveness. Coaching staff, executives, and teammates alike are aware that integrating a player of Watt's caliber requires precision, communication, and foresight in every decision, from practice intensity to game day strategy, will be influenced by the expectations that accompany his presence. The city of Chicago is abuzz, its sports media channels filled with debates, projections, and even dramatizations of potential game-winning plays involving Watt, highlighting the cultural significance of football as more than sport, but as a shared narrative in which hope, tension, and anticipation intersect. Conversations about Watt's influence often blend objective analysis with speculation, reflecting the human desire to craft stories around figures who embody excellence, challenge conventions, and promise transformation, suggesting that the excitement is as much about potential as it is about tangible performance, and that the coming months may see the Bears' identity and aspirations recalibrated in ways that resonate far beyond the gridiron. The first public statements following the confirmation of Watt's signing were carefully orchestrated, balancing enthusiasm with measured professionalism, as both player and organization sought to frame the narrative around mutual respect, shared ambition, and the pursuit of excellence. Fans immediately seized upon every word, parsing statements for hidden meaning, optimism, and insight into how Watt views his role and impact within the team, creating a cascade of discussion that spans podcasts, live streams, and social media platforms. Analysts continue to speculate about how this addition might influence draft strategy, player rotations, and defensive alignments, with the understanding that Watt's presence is likely to be felt in every facet of team planning, from training regimens to game-time decision-making. As the excitement continues to build, the overarching narrative is one of anticipation, opportunity, and transformation, signaling that Chicago may finally have secured a piece capable of altering both immediate results and long-term identity, positioning TJ Watt not just as a player, but as a central figure in a story that is unfolding with remarkable intensity, rumor-fueled drama, and a shared sense of purpose that permeates the city, the team, and the league itself. Rumors have circulated about the negotiation process itself, with insiders suggesting that Watt's decision to join the Bears involved an intricate evaluation of organizational commitment, team culture, and long-term potential, signaling a player who prioritizes legacy and impact over immediate gain. Analysts speculate that his meticulous approach to career choices will set a precedent for future acquisitions, raising expectations not only for individual performance, but for the standards of professionalism, preparation, and engagement across the roster. Discussions about financial terms, incentives, and contract structures abound, but the central narrative remains centered on football influence, leadership, and cultural resonance, highlighting how one player can shift the strategic and psychological landscape of a franchise. Fans, commentators, and former players speculate endlessly about locker room dynamics, potential synergies, and the intangible benefits of having a player of Watt's caliber, blending analysis with rumor, reality with imagination, creating an almost cinematic tension that defines sports discourse. This intricate web of expectation, speculation, and potential sets the stage for a season that promises drama, strategy, and the unfolding of a narrative that could be remembered as a turning point in the history of the Chicago Bears, reinforcing the notion that the arrival of TJ Watt is about more than talent. It is about transformation and the rekindling of ambition on a citywide scale. In addition to on-field implications, discussions about Watt's influence extend into team strategy, media portrayal, and fan culture, as every interview, practice observation, and game breakdown becomes fodder for rumor, debate, and analysis. Analysts dissect how his skill set might allow for novel blitz packages, enhanced pass rush schemes, and greater flexibility in defensive rotations, while fans speculate about potential matchups, statistical milestones, and narrative-defining plays. There is a palpable excitement that mixes optimism with skepticism, as every rumor, whisper, and unofficial report is parsed for insight into Watt's potential impact and the broader transformation he might catalyze. Behind the scenes, coaching staff reportedly conduct simulations, drill variations, and strategy sessions designed to leverage Watt's instincts, creating an environment in which preparation meets opportunity and raw talent is amplified by tactical sophistication. The narrative is further enriched by speculation about leadership influence, mentorship of younger players, and the creation of a culture that aligns with both ambition and accountability, making Watt's presence a symbol of both immediate and long-term aspirations. Fans, city officials, and sports media alike sense the potential for narrative-defining moments, underscoring the significance of Watt's signing not merely as a transactional event, but as a transformative catalyst capable of shaping Chicago's football story for years to come. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Chicago Bears. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The arrival of TJ Watt has sparked endless debate about legacy, identity, and the role of individual excellence within team success, with rumors suggesting that his influence could redefine standards, motivate teammates, and elevate expectations across every facet of the organization. Analysts speculate that his presence could influence draft priorities, personnel decisions, and even coaching approaches, creating a ripple effect that extends beyond immediate gameplay into organizational philosophy and long-term planning. Fans are captivated by imagined scenarios, from last-minute sacks that decide playoff outcomes to pivotal moments that change locker room morale and establish a new era of competitiveness. While social media thrives on the mixture of hope, rumor, and conjecture, reflecting the duality of anticipation and skepticism that accompanies all marquee acquisitions. Behind the public view, insiders hint at specialized meetings, strategy sessions, and tailored integration plans designed to ensure that Watt's arrival amplifies team cohesion, performance, and identity, blending tactical precision with cultural transformation. This layered approach demonstrates the multifaceted impact a player like Watt can have, highlighting how rumors and speculation intersect with genuine strategic planning, creating a narrative that is as much about potential, perception, and anticipation as it is about performance, reinforcing the notion that Chicago may have found the catalyst for a defining era in its football history. Insiders suggest that Watt's signing may influence not only performance metrics, but also player psychology, locker room dynamics, and the culture of accountability within the Bears organization, signaling a shift toward a model where excellence, preparation, and leadership are non-negotiable standards. Rumors have circulated that training sessions will now incorporate specialized drills designed to exploit Watt's strengths while fostering collaboration, resilience, and strategic creativity among teammates, highlighting the dual role he may play as both an elite athlete and a mentor figure. Analysts debate endlessly about potential defensive alignments, sack statistics, and the psychological edge Watt could provide, while fans speculate about dramatic, game-changing moments and narrative-defining plays, reinforcing the idea that his presence extends beyond measurable output into symbolic influence. Media outlets amplify these rumors, creating an environment in which anticipation, speculation, and storytelling intertwine, heightening excitement and fueling discussion about the Bears' strategic direction, competitive potential, and cultural renaissance. In this atmosphere, Watt is more than a player. He is a symbol of ambition, transformation, and possibility, embodying the potential to redefine both team identity and fan expectation while creating a story that is rich with drama, rumor, and unfolding narrative significance in the heart of Chicago's football culture. The excitement surrounding Watt's arrival also underscores the role of narrative in shaping fan perception, team morale, and media discourse, as every comment, tweet, and rumor contributes to a collective story that merges speculation with expectation, performance with identity, and reality with imagination. Sources close to the team hint at careful planning behind Watt's integration, emphasizing communication, cultural alignment, and tactical foresight as key components in maximizing his influence while maintaining cohesion and motivation across the roster. Fans speculate about potential record-breaking performances, leadership moments, and game-defining plays, creating an ecosystem in which anticipation and rumor feed into engagement, discussion, and communal excitement. Analysts examine how Watt's presence may influence division standings, playoff strategies, and broader league dynamics, noting that one acquisition can alter trajectories in subtle but profound ways, while insiders hint at ongoing evaluations, personalized training regimens, and strategic experimentation designed to fully leverage a skill set. This complex interplay between rumor, expectation, and actualization illustrates the significance of Watt's signing not just as a roster move, but as a cultural and strategic pivot, framing him as a figure capable of shaping narratives, outcomes, and aspirations both on and off the field, in a city where football is inseparable from identity, pride, and ambition. The final paragraph captures the essence of anticipation, rumor, and narrative surrounding Watt's arrival, emphasizing how a single signing can ripple through a franchise, fan base, an entire city, blending strategy, culture, and imagination into a story that transcends sport. Every rumor, speculation, and analysis contributes to the mythology building around Watt, highlighting his potential as both a game-changer and a cultural influencer within the Bears organization. Fans envision dramatic plays, leadership moments, and pivotal victories, while analysts dissect strategy, tactics, and psychological impact, creating a narrative that is as dynamic and fluid as football itself. Behind the scenes, careful planning, cultural alignment, and strategic foresight aim to ensure Watt's influence is maximized, balancing performance with integration, talent with mentorship, and intensity with cohesion. The interplay between rumor and reality, expectation and execution, underscores how the arrival of a single player can shape organizational trajectory, fan culture, and media discourse, creating a layered story of potential, drama, and transformation. In this unfolding narrative, Watt is positioned not only as a defensive powerhouse, but as a symbol of ambition, resilience, and possibility, embodying the hopes of a franchise and a city, and signaling that the Chicago Bears may be entering an era defined by intensity, leadership, and the thrill of dramatic, rumor-fueled anticipation. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Chicago Bears, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.